is for my buddy Drew. He's Drew. Drew's View. He's gonna tell you just what to do. Gonna clap your hands, gonna stomp your feet, gonna get right up, gonna move your meat. He's my buddy, Drew the View.
This is Drew the View on WWLX in the morning. We have a very special guest in the studio. I've been knowing this next guest for about, I would say, what year is this? Probably 2016?
Yeah, something like that.
So, 16 months. I've been knowing this guy for like 13 years. He's a Renaissance man. He's a singer, songwriter, chef, painter, and an inventor. I don't know how he thought about this, but he deconstructed a fan and took the blades off and everything, and explain the rest to me. This is Mr. Jeremy Gragg. Sorry for the long introduction, but Mr. Jeremy Gragg, please explain this invention to me. You took the fan.
Oh, yeah. I took the fan and took the blades off, and I mounted a fleshlight to the middle of it.
Okay.
And so it's this 360 degrees of you're in danger of taking skin off unless you use some sort of industrial lubricant. So we had to install a voltage limiter. And
A voltage limiter.
Yeah.
Was that
it's a technical term? You may not know what that is. It limits voltage is what it does.
So that'll be out soon. This is my dear friend, Jeremy Gragg. Not anymore, Paulie said. Jeremy, who is the weirdest person that you know, and give me a story about him?
Oh, God, the weirdest person I know. Whenever you post this, I'm going to make sure and tag him so he can listen to it. It's this dude named Gene who used to work where we work now.
Right.
And I'd met Gene probably a half dozen times before I started there. And the first day I go in, I'm like, hey, Gene, what's up? And he's like, I'm sorry, do I know you? And I was like, yeah, man, we've met and met and met. We have so many mutual friends. He's like, oh, I don't remember. It turns out he was like super wasted every time we met before.
Right.
And so, yeah, he had no recollection of me. But the weirdest story, he had a little creepy one-bedroom apartment downtown. And one time I was waiting for somebody to give me a ride. And by the way, I had nicknamed his apartment the Rape Cave and had everyone at work calling it the Rape Cave. And he wasn't too happy about that. But
it didn't draw the ladies in.
No, it wasn't doing anything to increase his stock.
You want to go to, you
want to come back to the Rape Cave? I mean, my apartment. Covers blown. So, I was waiting for a ride, and he was like, hey, man, you can come up to my apartment, and, we can do shots of whiskey. And I was like, all right, cool. So I walk up to his apartment, and he opens the door, and there on the floor, right inside the door, is a machete, and he lunges for it. And my first thought is, nobody knows I came to Gene's apartment. I didn't tell anybody. He's about to cleave me in twain with this machete, and then put me in a tub of acid and then pour me down his bathroom drain, his little creepy apartment in the Rape Cave. But then he grabbed the machete and he started swatting at a bug on the floor.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and
But he killed something, though.
He did murder something that day.
My question is, what would have to be the title of the place Jeremy would not go to for some whiskey shots?
Yeah, like, I was totally cool with, let's go to the Rape Cave and do shots. That sounds fun.
This is Drew the View on WWLX. We got Jeremy Gragg in the studio. This next cut is from L.T.Z., his album called Barcelona 92. If you haven't got it, go get it.
goes. Let's be honest, you can look at my closet and you can tell what's my problem. I'm feeling like Kanye right after he just lost his mama. Wanted to do something in her honor, named the company Donda. I wonder why that's not the name he gave to his daughter. These are things that I ponder while I'm in my car driving. I don't live close enough to the highway for it to make a difference. Plus the place that I'm whipping really ain't time sensitive. Oh, since you bad, baby girl, I'm supposed to give a kiss. And since you gave me your number, post to remember it. No, not interested, Troy. They reminisce over you, so I don't get why you so sensitive. This the dude I wanted to be in 2006 with a BBC shirt and a bunch of kicks. I guess I OD'd on a bunch of it. Looking at my morals, lost a bunch of them. My homie look to the sky, but he ain't prayed yet. He go to church all the time, but he ain't saved yet. Cause he thinking about all the goals he ain't made yet. Throw his money in the air, watch it fall, that's his rain check. But these are things that I really can't complain at. Cause he come into my music, always say play that. Used to come near and always ask where the babes at. Used to get scared when daddy said something where your grades at. I remember before we got old, the way we would judge who God chose by which one of us got waved at. Got a hug from her, got a hug from her. In the way she hugged me, oh, I'm in love with her. I had a crush on Ozzy, Alyssa, and Nori, but that's a different type of when chomps knocking together story. I remember when I was younger, only thing that had me worried is going to a sleepover, they would hear me snoring. My daddy look at me and say, son, be better. I say, come on, daddy, you know that takes forever. If difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week, then being better than my daddy is somewhere in between. So only thing I wanna be, right here at 23, 24, 25, whenever this hits your ears and eyes. The only thing I wanna be in this nation under God, the only thing I really wanna be in this world is my pops. I'm standing on this stage like I'm about to die. I'm standing on this stage like I'm about to cry. Looking at the sky and I'm asking God why. And I hear my granny voice come down, son, just try. Down by the river, down by the sea, where the souls get saved and men set free. Down by the river, down by the sea. If you wanna see some change, well, go fetch your knee. Down by the river, down by the sea, where the souls get saved and men set free.
Jeremy, tell me about you growing up. I know that you're from Anadarko, right?
Yeah, straight up.
Is there a name for it, like Norman? People call Nompton or
A lot of people just call it Darko or Dodge.
Dodge?
Dodge. If you hear people talk about Dodge, that's Darko.
So tell me, were you like an outgoing kid or?
Sorta. Whenever I was always really smart in school. I always did really well in school.
Right.
I don't know what happened. I think around high school, everybody else caught up to me. But until about 5th grade, I was just this little tubby, nerdy guy. And then I had this really cool teacher in 5th grade, Ms. Kinnaman. And she
What's
really
up, Miss Kinnaman?
Yeah, shout out to Miss Kinnaman. Now she I don't know. She let me get up and like I would write these little comedy skits. And it was me, and I had a writing partner, this kid named Austin.
Oh, that's cool.
And we would every day write these little sketches, and she would let us get up like 5 minutes before lunch and perform them before the class. And it's really what started me like entertaining, and I realized I could make people laugh, and it just really brought me out of my shell. And so after that, I was a little more outgoing, still nerdy and fat and whatever. But
did you play guitar at that point, or were you working on music then, or was that something later came on?
That was a couple years after that.
Okay.
Because 5th grade, I think I was like 11. I didn't get to guitar until I was like 12. What inspired me to play guitar was I wanted to get chicks.
Yeah.
That's why I think 99% of guys pick up guitar.
Yep.
I don't know why women pick it up, because they can just get dudes if they want.
Look, that girl I want to bone has a guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, that's why. But I mean, the reason I started writing songs is just because I don't know. I need an outlet.
Have you ever thought about doing a rap album?
I've always wanted to be in a band that backed up an MC.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that would be awesome. I mean, kind of like the Roots, you know?
Right.
I always thought that would be just the funnest thing ever. Just, laying down some funky grooves and somebody just, spitting hot fire. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? Spitting hot fire?
I think they were saying that back in the late 90s.
Ah, shit.
Well, I mean, but I think it's still relevant. I understood what you're saying. I think as long as I know what you're saying. This is Drew the View on WWLX in the studio with Jeremy Gragg. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
You're in the mix with Drew the View on WWLX in the morning. Nobody likes losing a loved one. Just the thought of never seeing their smiling face again is a painful one, to say the least. But now you don't have to ever be away from them with Forever Family Taxidermy Service. Imagine coming home to your grandma every night, or sitting on your uncle's lap for as long as you live. Don't just dream about it, make it a reality at Forever Family Taxidermy. Group discounts are available.
So Jeremy, we're here at the studio. Would you mind telling me about this song you're gonna play here for us? It's called New Sin. Can you give me a little insight to this song?
Yeah, definitely. I wrote this song several years ago. It was for a band I'd started with a girl I was dating at the time. We were called Army of Skanks, and which was a great band name, I thought.
Right.
But no, originally the song was called Hot Food Carryout Liquor because there's a liquor store I used to go to, and it was right beside this gas station, and they had a sign that said Hot Food Carryout.
Right.
And so for some reason we thought it was hilarious to refer to the liquor store as Hot Food Carryout Liquor. And then eventually I changed the name to New Sin because I wrote another verse to it.
For the record, I like the carry out.
Hot Food Carryout Liquor.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty good.
So let's see what it sounds like.
Falling down a strip mine, feeling that shaky thrill. Remember how we broke the ground and buried those old bills. Now we can't even see straight unless we're swimming in alcohol, and we'll never be sober 'cause we live above a liquor store. Bring along your calamine, you can even bring a friend, pure of heart and pure of mind, ready for a new sin. Now we can't even see straight unless we're swimming in alcohol, and we'll never be sober 'cause we live above a liquor store. Now we can't even see straight unless we're swimming in alcohol, and we'll never be sober 'cause we live above a liquor store.
That sounded good, man. This is Drew the View on WWLX. We'll be back with Jeremy for one more segment after a short break from our sponsors.
Has this ever happened to you?
Hey girl, how's your night? Girl, my coochie itches. If there's one thing you can count on with back-to-back solo, it's a dry coochie. Show is! Girl, you need to use something on that. I don't want my coochie to smell like medicine. Girl, lean over here and smell my coochie. Girl, is that bubble gum? Show is!
When love gets strange, use Sprinkles. Also available in Pina Colada and New Car Scent.
Jeremy, one thing we like to do on this show, we would like everybody to come and tell a joke.
It's not really something that I want to do anymore because of all the allegations that came up, but I used to have a really funny bit about Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Because I went back and watched the Cosby Show a few years ago, and
For research for your stand-up?
No, just
just
watching
to watch it. Yeah,
I was probably drunk or something, and whatever. I watched the Cosby Show, and it still holds up. It's still really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was a well-written show, but I didn't realize whenever I was a kid he was an OBGYN.
Right. I remember he delivered babies, but I never
Yeah.
put the two together. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting a pap smear from Dr. Cliff Huxtable? You see, what we're going to do is I'm going to take the popsicle stick from a Jell-O pudding pop, and I'm going to put it in your hoo-ha, and I want you to say, ah. That was one of my bits I wrote.
Yeah. I think it holds up. You just have to add something about
Roof
why
users.
I have to be asleep. Yeah, why'd I have to be asleep while I do this? Yeah.
Party time.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing stories and music with us. And
It was my pleasure.
And also, if you didn't hear at the beginning of the show, Jeremy wrote our new bumper music that I think's fantastic. And also, Jeremy performs at McNelly's in Norman on Main Street the second Thursday and fourth Thursday of every month. Second and fourth Thursdays of every month from 9 until about 12. Is that right?
About midnight, unless I drink too much and go late.
So that's really cool. Like, whenever you play at bars, is that one of the things that you get? Like, you get free drinks?
Sometimes it depends on the bar. Some places will offer you a band tab. Other places, you just get paid. I don't know.
I always listen to
depends.
that song Piano Man. I just assume everybody that plays in bars gets free drinks.
Sometimes that song always cracked me up where they sit at my bar and put bread in my jar, because I know he means money, but my brain just goes to somebody sticking a load like piece of Wonder Bread in there.
Well, it was the thing. That was the same album that probably had that song about the Italian restaurant. He just trying to tie it all together, you know? What am I doing here? Why are you putting breadsticks in my jar? This is Drew the View on WWLX in the Morning Mix.
We're gonna kick your fucking
Fucking bitches doing hoes in the corner stove. Fucking weed, I do cocaine, stick it in my veins. Fucking baby mama, killing neighbors, doing drugs, stacking bread, hustling, ride, late, Circle K, went and bought me a pop. Fuck a fade, need braids when I'm off in the spot. $100 clothes, $100 cologne. My watch is rocky, so call me Stallone. I'm a late night creeper, really don't need you. I'm playing this game, so stay in the bleachers. In the bins, and I've been sitting tall with my middle finger up, screaming fuck all y'all.
She knows how to work that ass. Everybody knows a gangster chick, cause her mind stay on that cash.
They call me MEC and I came to rep. Motherfuck, how you feel? Give this bitch some respect. Motherfuck the rest, two of the best from the east side. Smoking my weed while I throw up the peace sign. Gucci on my brain, Fendi on my frame. Chopping up the block and the product is cocaine. More money on my brain, switching lane to lane. Screens fall down and I'm watching Damon Wayne. Pure cane cola, Jones, Oklahoma. Call me Paulie D, but I'm cooking with the soda. Hey Amy, what you wanna do? Motherfuck these hoes, just tell them I'm through.
WWLX, this is Drew in the Morning Mix. That was the Fixins with Riding on Rims. What's up, Paulie?
What up, Drew?
Man, I am enjoying this beautiful day, talking to your country-ass neighbors.
You got that right.
Thanks so much for Jeremy Gragg stopping by today in the studio. This is a new segment we call Freestyling with Drew and Paul.
Here we go.
It goes like this. Me and Paul's favorite segment of the show called Freestyling.
Here we go.
I'ma rap fast, I'ma rap slow. Paulie grab the mic and let it flow.
I'm in here just chilling like I'm billin'. And then one day I was illin'. Then I wanna go out and make a killing.
Killing.
Go to eat and I get my fill.
I got some Facebook shout outs. What's up to Corey Black, Jeremy Gragg, and Nobody's Whack?
Yeah.
What's up to Juice, Fish, and Jack, Dustin and Tad? I got y'all's back. Uncle Mustache, my best friend. Big Body Benz in the Big Body Benz. Misty Feller and her husband Chad. Kevin G and L.T.Z. Upload your shit to my email. It's DrewTheView@gmail.
That's enough shout outs, cause now it's time for Paulie D to start busting rhymes. Making the climb,
Yeah.
it's right on time. Sounds so sweet, it's so sublime.
Oh, freestyling.
You've been listening to Drew the View in the Morning on 109.9 WWLX FM. All interviews are copyrighted and cannot be redistributed or re-recorded in part or whole without written consent. Views of today's guests don't necessarily reflect the views of this station.
If you're ailing, he's got your elixir. His name is Drew, like I drew you a picture.